Unfortunately, the school principals of the primary and secondary can't be here. Sean and Kevin are both out of action. But we have to place a more able replacement. Deputy Principal, Ms. Alexandra Duane, who will invite us to come and update us on the current developments of the school. And please give her a quiet clap. And then.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I must first apologise for the absence of our principal, Sean Stack, owing to illness. My name is Alexandra Duane. I succeeded Pat O'Brien as Deputy Principal in 2020, the same year Sean became Principal. I am proud to be the first woman to hold Deputy Principal role in this famous boys' school. I would like to first talk about the PTEC programme brought to Joe's by the PPU. I had the privilege to be part of the working group established in 2018 to develop the programme and went on to be the first PTEC coordinator in the school, liaising with our industry partners IBM and Cisco. PTEC is now well and truly established in our school, and this year our transition year students took part in a 6-week paid internship in IBM. At the end of their internship, they held a showcase event in IBM where they presented their extremely impressive projects, which included creating and programming a chatbot for Bank of Ireland. They developed and programmed drones, and then they also created cybersecurity educational videos to develop and deliver to the primary school that we have in our premise. Their IBM mentors were so impressed with them and so delighted to have the opportunity to praise their work about our Joey's Labs when we visited them. It was a very proud moment for all of us who've been involved in PTEC. Since I became Deputy Principal, Ciara Dowling has taken over the role of PTEC Coordinator. Ciara displays the energy, vision and enthusiasm which will drive PTEC forward to the senior cycle and eventually lead to a bright future in technology for many of our students. Alongside the work of teaching and PTEC, the importance of activities and sport continues to be the focus of what we provide for our students. While we offer a huge number of sports, currently our greatest successes are on the basketball courts and football pitches. In basketball, our under-16s have won a number of Dublin trophies over the past few years. This year, in soccer, our senior team has had huge success in the winning of the Dublin League and Leinster trophies. The Leinster win took place 2 weeks ago, and it comes at a seminal time for many of our sixth-years as they finish off their journey with us. These are the times and memories that stay with students long after they have left the school, as many of you here will know, having brought similar successes to the school in the past. The school buildings themselves are undergoing much needed and significant change, much of this supported by you, the alumni. New toilet facilities have been provided, and in the coming period there is significant work scheduled for the 1888 building, as well as road accessibility area in front of the school. This is not to mention items such as the recent development of sensory gardens and horticulture area at the front of the school. The school is evolving to meet the new needs of the students and the ever-changing education system, and it's a very exciting time here. News this year is that the Edmund Rice Schools Trust has agreed that the school should become co-educational in September 2023. With applications being accepted in September. It is expected that the sisters of our current pupils will apply, and some have already done so. Some of you may have heard an interview with Sean on Pat Kenny, which was welcome publicity to this exciting development. It is hoped that the PPU will support this development, which I can tell from the clap everybody does. Another development this year was the arrival of refugees from Ukraine. Some 17 boys were welcomed to the school and settled in very well. I am proud to say that the staff made huge efforts to integrate them successfully, not only in class but also in sports, including athletics, basketball and tennis. Uniforms, bicycles and sports equipment were donated. Teachers volunteered to take the students to visit the Epic Museum, a National Gallery, National History Museum, and generally show them around the local area. Unfortunately, we recently learned that many of these students have been moved out to City West, where it will be impossible for them to maintain the relationships which they have found and developed in Joey's. These boys were a welcome addition to our school, which they loved, and we deeply regret what is happening to them. Frustratingly, there doesn't seem to be any single body at official level that we seem to be able to appeal to in this case. You, as past pupils of St. Joseph's, can continue to have pride in your old school, which is succeeding on many levels as it plans for the future. Not many schools can boast such an active past pupils union, and your support is greatly appreciated by the school community. I thank you for the invitation to this dinner extended to me and to my colleagues Ray Martin, Sam Lonergan, Ciara MacDonald and Ciara Dowling. Also, our apologies for those who cannot attend. I know present and past teachers would hope to see you at next year's celebration. Finally, I would like to acknowledge the loss of two esteemed former colleagues and teachers in Joey's, Vincent Anvil and Tony Barry. Both of whom passed away this year. I'm sure a lot of you remember them. Ariette, Dave, Garev and Annika.